Hello, welcome to my home. Tina, the Thrifta-holic. And in case you haven't been to my channel before, I just like to really, for the most part, share the things that I buy in thrift shops and flea markets and rummage sales with you, my virtual friends. And some of them are my actual personal friends. So I thank you for that. I have to tell you, I was about to go to the bins this morning, and I thought about it last night, and I said, you know what? I better just take the day to go through the stuff that's still in my car. I have been shamefully just putting purchases in my car, and some of this is basically, this is from the past, I think, 2 weeks. No, okay, so it started with June 20th. That was the Our Lady Queen of Peace flea market. And this big hulking bag has got the stuff from that sale. But then I found all these other little bags. Plus I have some stuff in my trunk and a box of plates still in my car and a leather tray that I got at Goodwill and something else that I bought yesterday. I'm out of control. I'm admittedly out of control. So I've got to get myself back under control. So that is what this weekend is going to be all about. And I will start unpackaging some of this stuff. I don't know how much detail I'm going to go into, but I'm going to show you at least what I purchased. Okay, so this actually was from a Goodwill purchase. This is, if you haven't heard of Joan Baker Designs, it's a sun catcher, but it's not stained glass, it's painted, but it's kind of dimensional. It's got like some texture to it where the lines are. And this is the label. Hopefully you can see it. Yeah, Joan Baker Designs. See that at the bottom? So those typically sell well. I'm not going to make a fortune on this. I mean, it may be like, I don't know. I paid $3. I may wind up selling it for $25 maybe. Okay, so again, see, now when I go to thrift stores nowadays, I'm trying to only pick up things that will sell for like $60 or $50 and up. So this is a weakness buy. I shouldn't have bought this, but I'm getting better. Still, very pretty, and there you go. That's something I bought. Okay, so I guess the first things it looks like I'm going to go through are the items that I got at the bargain tent. A bargain tent is a tent at the Our Lady Queen of Peace sale, and it's set up with long tables with boxes of stuff, just stuff. A lot of it is junky. I wouldn't say a lot of it. Quite a bit of it is junky. Quite a bit of it is just not useful, and not all of it is vintage. So I'm pulling up the pieces now that I got so basically for 33 cents a piece. So this nice Punch Studio box. So if you've never heard of Punch Studio, this is the label. And this is a really good brand for these types of things. Now this has a little blue label on it, so I'm going to have to try to get that off. Hopefully it will come off easily. But this is really nice. And otherwise, other than that label, in really good condition. So believe it or not, the small little treasure boxes that look like books that are made by this company, they sell for about $19 to $20. This will probably go for about, I'm thinking 25 to 30. Oh, there's a label on this side too. I'm going to have to get off. That's not going to be so easy. Oh, maybe it will. Oh, there it goes. So it's not bad. There's still a little glue on there. I'll have to get off. So that's one thing. Sorry. Don't talk that much, Tina. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this is interesting. Not quite sure what this is, but it expands. And you could wear it as a hat. No, I don't know. This is called The Story of Big Woody. Now, it looks like it was something from the 70s, maybe. And for Wild and Crazy People, it says, Creative Form Productions in California, 1980 it's from. So, yeah, very interesting. I don't know. I figure it might be a collectible since it's so old. And look, this thing survived 45 years. To me, that's amazing. Okay, next. These are just a baggie of utensils that I picked up. And I believe, actually, I really needed this knife. These Pampered Chef paring knives are great. These, I think they said Japan. Did they say Japan? Oh, Taiwan. Stainless from Taiwan. I don't know if that's going to be anything. Probably not. This was kind of a personal pickup, I would say, for the most part. That cheese spreader has got like a glitter handle, which is kind of cool. So, but I don't think I'm going to list that. I don't know. We'll see. But, oh, there's one paring knife. So, and those grapefruit or citrus peelers from Tupperware. So that was a personal buy. Okay, this, Me Just Like You, Only Better. So this is that Happy Bunny by, what's his name? Jim Benson. And he could get kind of mean sometimes, I think. But this is an antenna topper by Loungefly. And I think that's part of the reason I picked it up too, because it was Loungefly. So we'll see how that flies. These, I think, believe it or not, are going to be really good. And they're, even though they're just paper coasters, they say Meissen on them. Meissen is a really beautiful brand of china and like china figurines, all kinds of bone china. So yeah, and it was obviously from, I don't know what, Germany, I guess. See the foreign writing on there. So yeah, we'll see what happens with those. Oh, here is one of those things. Now this doesn't say Punch Studio, so it might not be a Punch Studio one, but this is what I was talking about. The little treasure boxes, it looks like a book. And it's got like a magnetic closure here. And it just has a little keepsake box. So we'll see what this one goes for. It's not Punch Studio, so I'm not sure if it will go for the same amount. This I have to look at. I just thought, you know, a lot of times at my family, I need an ice pack, and we just put ice in a baggie, and it really doesn't have and then we put a washcloth under it, and then that kind of reduces the effectiveness of the ice. So when I saw an actual ice pack, I figured, you know, I'm just going to move myself a little closer. I figured that would be good. Oh, this is not very comfortable either. Sorry, the sun's right on me. Yeah, so I thought this would be good. Now, I haven't looked up and see if it had resale value, but that's the label. That's what the top looks like. This is CWC. This was some kind of immersion blender. So it was new in package. Oh, automatic stirrer, it says. Here's the CWC automatic stirrer. So it was in the package, so I figured it was probably new. It had the manual. For 33 cents, I would take a shot. This is just, I like selling tiles. And that's a cool little ceramic tile or clay tile, I guess ceramic tile. Usually these are marked on the back with where they were made. This one's not, but I still think it was kind of cool with this little Native American guy on there. And this is just a little wood butter pat mold. Again, I'm not sure how much this will sell for. This one is actually signed, so I'll have to look that up. A lot of this is just a crapshoot, okay? Emergency blanket. I picked that up either for personal use, like for camping or something, which I never go camping, so I don't know why I said that, but I think that it's possible this could sell for a decent amount of money. I don't know. These are just new in package, little wooden bunny ornaments. And I say new in package, but it looks like they were hand done. They're signed BD 1995. But there's 3 of them, 3 bunnies. So someone must have made these and tried to sell them at a craft fair. But I thought I might be able to sell either all 3 of them as a lot. Probably all 3 of them as a lot. So that was $1. This, I just thought this was really beautiful. Isn't this cute? It's a trinket box, and it's made from capiz shells, and then it's hand painted with a pretty mermaid on the lid. So, this is what it says on the bottom. It explains what it is. Apparently sold originally for $12.99. Capiz shell from the window pane oyster is farm raised in the Philippines for food and for the decorative shell. Airbrushed by hand in the Philippines. So that's how the painting was done. I think that's really pretty. I think that'll sell well. And then this, I'm assuming, was a salt shaker. Oh, can you see it? No. This way, Tina. Was a salt shaker. See, it's got the cork in the bottom. Or pepper, I guess. And there's one hole at the top. But I picked it up because it's old and it's cast iron. It's metal. Not cast iron. It's metal. I don't know if it'll sell for much, but it was old. So I picked it out for 33 cents. All right, that's bag 1. And there's more. And wait, there's more. Let me just put this stuff back in here so I don't lose track. I forgot how much I spent at the bag sale part. The 33 cent, the bargain tent. I think it was probably about 20 something. So I have a lot. Close to 60 items. This, for 33 cents, was just a roll of this vintage lace. Look at this lace. It's so cool. I've got to tilt this or something. I don't know. I've got to find a way to do this better. Anyway, it's this vintage. Oh, that's worse. Oh, sorry. It's this vintage lace. And it's pretty wide. And it looks like, I guess, crocheted. If you look at the stitching on there. And look how, I don't know. I guess I'm going to have to unroll it to measure how many yards. So that's not going to be fun. But I have no clue what this will go for. But it's got to be at least $25, I would think. So, all right. That was on its own. I got a couple more bags in here. My gosh, was this all? If this was all the 25-cent sale, maybe these other bags were all from Queen of Peace too, which would make me feel a little better actually. And I wasn't like crazy. I believe this was all the bargain sale tent. I got 2 cute little calico bunnies. And this is my stuffies bag, I guess. Look at this adorable owl. Look how cute. Isn't that precious? Oh my gosh, so cute. With the buttons on the arms. Ugh. Now this had a little tush tag, but it doesn't give me any information. It does have sand in the bottom. So it's weighted, but people are into owls, and this just looked very vintagey to me. And then I have 2 of these guys, turkey shelf sitters that are apparently dressed for Thanksgiving with their pearls. And do those have a tush tag too? 1998, the Paper Magic Group. Yeah, they're really cute. Look at the face. Oh my gosh. So cute. All right. I always revisit why I pick things up. I was actually really excited about doing this today because it's been a couple of weeks. I feel like I'm shopping all over again. Okay, this is a cute little lamb, angel lamb with wings. And it's Whispers. What's something Whispers? Wish Pet. This is the label, if you can see it. Wish Pet. Can you see that? Not the best. But yeah, so these Wish Pets go are collectible. Not super like, oh my gosh, $50 collectible, but I think I could probably get about 20 for her. I didn't see any of her specific listed, but I think I saw other lambs listed for like 15 or 20, somewhere in there. So that was my, I guess, my plush bag. The girls that, bag these up, I guess, categorized everything. Yes, this is all bargain tent stuff. Okay, that's good. That makes me feel much better. Now I can identify what all that other stuff is. Yeah, these are vintage Christmas Village accessories. So these would be like the icicles that you might put on like the edge of your like Dickens Village houses or something like that. I thought that was very cool and looked old. They're ticketed $2.99. They do have a UPC on them, so they can't be that old. But. And then look at this great little tooled leather pouch. For 33 cents, look at all the work on that. Really nice. Now, I don't think, and it has something else inside. It has little, look at the little coin purse. It has a little coin purse inside that matches. So I guess this is like a little clutch. And it actually has some width to it. It looks flat, but it's really not. So this is really adorable. It's got a little bit of a, see that on the bottom? A little damage to it. But maybe some leather conditioning. I think it's to the paint. But I think that could be overlooked or probably repaired, maybe with just marker or something, just to get away with it. And this was the first thing I picked up. It's just a Christmas tin. It's a vintage Christmas tin. And it has the "We Wish You a Merry Christmas" lyrics on it. And Christmas carols by Penny Gherkin, it says. Tin Bock International. Made in England. So this is England tin, English tin. This I got, I think, for myself. It's a bottle brush. Put that aside. This is a great little leather hair thing, and it's got a horse on it, which I think makes it even more saleable. These were very popular, I remember, in the 70s, like that could hold, a good amount of hair, especially if your hair was thick. These worked well. Yeah, it looks like never used. Here's another, I was so happy when I found this. So this is, at first it looks like tooled leather, but it's really printed leather. I am going to come up closer for this one. This is tooled leather. I have to look up the value of it, but I was very excited when I saw this symbol. This is a symbol for Patricia Nash. So if you don't know Patricia Nash, she does a lot of printed leather things. Look, it's Eve. The symbol is on the pull, zipper pull as well. And where's her label? I don't know if I'll be able to show you her label, but it's in there if you can see it. So it's her signature, Patricia Nash, and then it has that little four-leaf symbol on it. I'm going to put this, I don't know if this little keychain is supposed to be inside or outside, but I haven't looked this up yet, but I was very excited because for 33 cents, I mean, her purses, I sold a tote, actually at this same sale last year, I got a Patricia Nash tote that was newsprint printed, like the design would look like newsprint, and it was a fairly big tote. That tote I bought for $1 and I sold it for over $100. So this will probably be, I'm assuming, about $25 to $30, maybe more, depending on if the pattern is popular. So, okay, so there's that. I was very excited. And at first I did not remember that I had that. Okay, sorry, going back. All right. This, I'm not sure if I think I actually looked this up when I was there. It's a Department 56. And I'm not exactly sure what he's collecting or making, but I did like do a Google image search on this, and I think they were selling for about $30. And then I just picked up this little skeleton dragon looking thing. Sometimes these are really, really good. And like, especially the ones that look like, I feel like dragons alone are pretty good usually. But the ones that look kind of creepy, like sort of like Dia de los Muertos kind of thing, I think those do even better. And I bought this look-a-later. Whew, smoke came out, I guess, or dust. But I do believe this is marble. Like, it's like green, jadey kind of marble. And the marking on the bottom says ASR, made in the USA, with really, really old felt on the bottom. You can see that. So that should probably be about $30, $40. And then this was just too vintage and too sweet to just let it rot away in the box. So I picked it up. Look how sweet that is. Look at the little face. Oh my gosh, with the sunlight, I can't fit. Isn't that cute? So, all right, so there's those things. Those are back in the bag. Yep, all this has been sitting for like over a week, 2 weeks now. All right, we're getting there. Oh, I'll put these on my hair so my hair can stay back. All right, there is like a biggie here. I'm gonna have to look it up actually while I have you. Where the heck is my other phone? There it is. Hold on. Yeah, that other one I want to look at. Oh shoot, that little red fell out. This one piece down here, I want to look up, Google Lens it, and remind myself of what it sold for. Okay, so here are the breakables. They did package all the breakables. This is a lovely pottery piece, and on the bottom it says the Waldrons, North Brookline, or Brooklyn, Brooklin, Maine. And I looked up this brand of pottery, and this was very good. And this turquoise color is just so pretty, or aqua, whatever you want to call it. So I think this was retailing. I think I could resell this for close to $50 if I'm not mistaken. I will have to look it up again. And this was just super odd. And sometimes I just like to pick up the super odd. So this is a coil vase. It's a double coil vase. And is it signed? No. You could see kind of tool markings or something maybe from the kiln on the bottom. But yeah, these type of like more brutalist forms, I think I saw them selling for like $40 or so I picked it up. But I like picking up odd things. I think that the more unusual like things in your store are, the more that people want to continue to look, you know, and see what else, what other kooky things that you get, you know, and eventually, hopefully, they see something that they themselves want. All right, so this is a teacup and saucer. Sometimes I wonder, you know, when I see these things just tossed in boxes, I'm like, how did that survive? It's so delicate. This is very delicate. This is made by Woodware. But see, it's got the pagoda on it. And I think Woodware is an English company. Here's the whole picture on the image on the plate or on the saucer. And here is the marking, Woodsware. It is. Woodsware. Can you see that? Sorry, there we go. It says Canton, Woodswear, Wood and Sons, England. Enoch 1784. I don't know what that means. I don't know. I don't know if any of that means Ralph. I don't know. Sorry, I'm just like trying to read it. I'm like going, does any of that mean anything? I don't know. But it's really cool, and I think I looked this up when I was there, and it was worthwhile picking up. I guess that's all I can say, because I do not remember. It's been a minute since I was picking up all this stuff. But needless to say, when I came, you'll see all this other stuff I got there. Like when I was driving home from this purchase or from this sale, I was just giddy because I felt like I got so much great stuff, and I'm just so excited to list it all. This is beautiful. It's a little vase, and it has a picture of Edelweiss on it. Can you see that? There we go. Oh, there we go. And this is from the Trapp Family Lodge. Look at that. So the Trapp family is the original Sound of Music family, and that's like what the story was based on. And they have, I think they have a lodge, ski resort type place they live in, I think it's Stowe, Vermont, if I'm not mistaken. And so this must be like from their gift shop or whatever. So it's really cool. It's marked Mueller 2013, Mueller 2013. So I'm going to look. I think I looked that up while I was there too. And I don't think it was rock and roll. Like I don't think it was like $50 or anything, but it was decent. You know, and to me, decent, when I'm spending 33 cents, decent is like $25, right? So, uh-oh, this is jingling. I hope that doesn't mean there's something broken in here. Oh, it means there's two things. Oh, don't ask me why I picked up this Mr. Donut coffee mug. I just thought it was kitschy enough. Probably an old brand. I don't know. This is marked USA, so the pottery itself is made in the USA, and it says Kingwood on the bottom. So I haven't looked this one up, and I did not look up this. This is Pochacco. I guess it's a Sanrio character, and Sanrio is the maker of Hello Kitty, and so a lot of times these characters are worthwhile picking up. It's all like Japanese writing on the bottom, so I have no idea. Obviously not a shot glass. I'm not sure. Maybe a votive holder, but why would a votive holder be plastic? I'm not sure what this intended purpose of this is, but it is sweet, and it is Sanrio, and I will look it up. Actually, let's do a quick little Google Lens right now, on the spot. Google Lens, here we go. And it's going to say, oh, that's worth $5 on resale. All right, let's see. Here we go. Here we go. Pochacco character. Not that exact thing. Something else similar. $15. $10. All right, not so great. All right, that's okay. Maybe I'll just throw it in with something other Hello Kitty that I have. Yeah, not so great, but okay. Do I look up Mr. Donut too? I'll look up Mr. Donut. Come on, quickly, Tina, quickly. So this video doesn't last forever. We still have lots of stuff to go through. All right, Mr. Donut mug, eBay. Yes. Drum roll, please. $27. Oh, this one's $12. $20. Yeah, this might just be going on our shelf, I guess. Not that we need another mug. We need another mug like we need a hole in the head, right? I mean, literally, I do not need another mug. Do not All right. This stuff, I don't even know how they put this in this bag without like worrying that everything is going to break. But at least it's all wrapped. So that will go in a box actually now after I log everything in. Okay, so this has the real thing I wanted to look up on Google Lens. And I guess I'll take it out first because I think it's taking up a lot of space. So I found this, and while it is not my style, I did a Google Lens image on it, and I think it came up really high. Now that might just be Google Lens talking and not really like what people will list it for and not what it might sell for. But it really is an exquisite little candy dish. That's going to be hard. I want you to see the detail on this. I'm going to bring it close. But see all that detail on the molding? I mean, it really is quite lovely. And I thought it might be Vaseline glass because it has that, oh my gosh, it's Fenton. Holy cow, I did not know that. No wonder. Okay, I'm going to show you the Fenton symbol on the bottom here. I did not see that when I was there. Do you see it? It's going to be hard in this light. But it's in an oval, and it says Fenton in script writing. Oh my gosh. All right. I'm going to Google Lens it right now. And we will see. Is Google Lensing an actual verb? I don't know. It is now. All right, you ready? All right, it's not good. This is so cool. Really, it is so cool. All right, let's see. Here we go. The vintage Fenton water lily custard satin glass pedestal compote candy dish with a lid. And that's a mouthful. Ah, $49. See, now I saw a listing for $203. And I guess that's what made me go, yes, please. Here's one for $110 on Etsy. There was one for $49, but it says out of stock. So someone sold it for $49. So a current listing, .be, what's that? Oh, so that must be, that looks like France or Belgium maybe. $202 US. Yes, so it's a good one. It's a good one. Someone sold it for $49, but they undersold, I think. That says Lily of the Valley. It's not Lily of the Valley, I don't think. Oh. Don't you hate when you do Google Lens and it connects to something else? Sorry, I know you don't want to be watching me do this. All right, I'm going to stop. But isn't that beautiful? Fenton glass, 33 cents. Huh. This is my find of that sale, I think. This, and I have a Coach handbag. That was a really good find. So, yeah. Oh, beautiful. Just beautiful. Okay, let's not break it, because that would be bad. That would be bad. All right, what else is in here? That was the big one. I should have left that to the end of this part of the haul, right? Hi. I think I'm going to do this in 2 videos. I'm going to do this bargain tent stuff, and then I'm going to end it. I'm going to do another video for the other stuff I found. And then we'll get to the other crap. Oh, another Fenton piece. This I recognize as Fenton because this hand painting is very much their signature. I thought the shape and the content, the subject matter was very odd. A flower head clown, I don't know, right? But it is marked hand painted at the bottom by someone such and such. But those, the type of hand painting that was done on there definitely was their style. I don't see a Fenton marking on this one. I'm going to show you the marking on the bottom that says it's hand painted. See that? So that is definitely a Fenton signature. All right, so that will, I think I looked those up. I think it will sell for like, it's not big dollars because the subject matter is not great. It's like probably $20. But some things can go for 50, 70 and up. Some of those hand painted things. Don't even ask me. I have no idea. Oh, I know. Wow, I don't know. I know, I don't know. I know, I don't know. All right. This looks just like a little handmade pottery piece, right? Okay, it's marked crow, which I don't know what that's supposed to mean. To see that? And if you look back here, there's a hole, and under here there's a hole. And that means this is an ocarina. But I don't know how well it will function because it looks like that little hole in the back. Oh, it does work. See, so it's a whistle. So it's, you can like close that hole and like make music, but it's like one tone music, okay? It's not like a recorder has multiple holes. But ocarinas, I think, were used like Native Americans made them. And so there's like kind of a whole little folk art culture about making unique little ocarinas handmade. So this, I'm not sure how much this will go for, but he's looks like a little curmudgeon old man. That's what it looks like. What happened to my, maybe these were in the same thing. All right, wrap that up. Next, ooh, this is jiggling a little bit. Okay. All right, so I got a little Coleman enamel mug, splatter enamel mug. These sell for about $15. And then I got this Joseph Originals. She is pretty rare, but she's missing one of her pigtails. So I'm not sure if she's gonna sell. But she's so rare that it was worth, I thought, worth picking up. Let me just do a search on her because she, I think I even looked up solds for her. And yeah, here's a worth point listing for her. And I do have worth point. Hopefully it'll just come up. Oh. Huh. Okay, in 2013, she sold for $26. But she's listed now on Etsy for $104. So I think some of the more recent, yeah, here's one from 2014 on Worth Point where she sold for $66. So that was 11 years ago. So she's probably worth about double at this point. So I'd say probably $100 is probably right. But without her pigtail, I'm not sure if she's going to sell it all. I might be looking at like $40 maybe. And maybe I shouldn't have picked her up. I don't know. But again, when you're spending 33 cents, you're like, I'll take a chance, you know. Yeah, this is my last bag, right? Yeah. Okay. Last couple of items here. This is a beautiful little, looks like a redware jug. Like a, oh, what is this called with the two handles? I forgot what it's, oh, it's coming to me. Oh, it starts with an A. Oh, I can't think of it. Okay, and this is Stengel. And this is Stengel, and the name of the pattern is Terra Rose. Amphora. That's what it's called. Amphora. A-M-P-H-O-R-A. That's that shape. So again, 33 cents. Gotta love it. And what's this? Oh, this is just a little Fitz and Floyd. This little butterfly topped lid. Oh gosh, sunlight's gotten really bad here. And it's like a very light celadon green. Oh no! Oh, thank goodness. And like a peach colored butterfly lid on top. And yeah, it just says FF, which is Fitz and Floyd. I think it says FF Japan, so it might not be. It might be like a big old nothing. but we'll see. And then this last one, I think this was a really good one too. And I'm going to have to, I'm sorry, I am going to have to Google Lens this one again. But this, I think, oh, it's chipped. But this, I think, was a very rare piece. It is signed on the back with a, you know, one of those block signs. And I think I did notice all this damage. There's a big old chip right there. But I think this was so valuable that I figured it wasn't going to matter. Again, a Google Lens is only going to show me what's listed. But I think it was good enough. Now that one says 45, again out of stock, and then another listing for 175 and a listing for 211. So yeah, kind of very varied. A listing here for 2 of these plates for $848 on Amazon. So I guess, you know, it's another one of those, we'll throw it out there and see what sticks. Now there are some of these that only have 3 of these forms on them, equally spaced. This has 4. So that might set it apart. The fact that it is very old, you can tell it is very old, might make a difference. And it says, it just says antique Chinese blue, what? Here, okay, so the one that lists 2 of them for $848, that one has the 4, the 4 motifs on it. Here, antique Chinese Qing, I don't know how you spell that one, dynasty, Tongzi, blue and celadon. This is ebay.es. I'm not sure what country that is. Let's see what the US dollar, come on, $75 they have on it. I bet theirs is not shipped. Yeah, we'll see. Zing, is that how you pronounce Qing? Zing dynasty? I don't know. But anyway, so I thought, you know, why not? Give it a shot. So that is the bargain tent. And I will end this here. Thank you for looking. If you did get through the whole video, thank you so much for sticking with me. Even through my Google Lens searches. Tell me if you hate that, and I won't do it anymore. But I do unpack this like almost like rediscovering it. So you are almost getting like the experience of discovering something really good and just looking it up and seeing how good it is. Although, quite honestly, in some of these circumstances, I was a little disappointed because I thought they were better. But still, all in all, a great haul. I mean, for $20, I know I have my estimate at least $600 worth of stuff here. That's my just off the top of my head estimate. I haven't calculated it all in my head, and some of it still remains to be seen. So, yeah, thank you so much. And if you want to see the rest of what I got at this sale and maybe a couple of other things that I picked up along the way at garage sales and such, please come again. I will probably be wearing the same outfit. All right. Have a great day. Happy hunting.